What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to smash that like button. Definitely watch the video to the end to hear the full story. Let's get right into it. I always say the world is a ghetto. It doesn't matter where you are, it's crime everywhere, and people trying to maintain. But in some places, hits and serious crimes might be less common. Nowadays though, we are dealing with a lot of followers. People who want to make a name for themselves, or simply put, people that think real life is GTA. And the hood is simply a neighborhood until residents turn into what we call an urban culture, the trenches, or the hood. And today on Hood Tales, we will take it to Colorado to discuss a case of 5 friends that for whatever reason allegedly went on a crime spree that went from Lakewood to Aurora, Colorado, that ended up being fatal. Isaiah Freeman, Seth LaRode, Aiden Sides, Noah Hall, and Samuel Fussell at the time were all 18 to 19 years old. The group of friends somehow decided to make some decisions that would end real bad. According to sources, it all started in Aurora on August 15th when police were dispatched to the 1500 block of East Hampton Avenue after reports of shots fired. Once they arrived, the officers located a man that had been shot multiple times. After being transported to a local hospital, the victim told police he was parked in the parking lot of Powerhouse Gym around 3 a.m. when suddenly a vehicle parked 2 spaces next to him and 3 men approached his whip. One man allegedly fired shots in the air as the others demanded the car keys. After the man complied, the victim tried to run, but was hit several times by shots. Just 2 days later, on West Alameda Avenue, around 10 o'clock p.m., police received reports of glass breaking at Del Norte auto sales. When police arrived, 2 men were standing in the parking lot and said once they heard the glass, they went to investigate. The 2 men stated they scared off 5 men, one with a blicky in his hand with an extended clip. The 5 men fled in a vehicle, but the 2 witnesses got the tag number and police were able to make the connection. It was the same vehicle stolen 2 days earlier at the gym. About an hour later, on the same day, at a wing stop on East Colfax Avenue, police received another call of a carjacking. The victim told police he went inside the restaurant to get his food, but left the car running. Once he returned, he noticed a man sitting in his whip. When he approached, the suspect allegedly pointed a blicky at him before yelling, "What's up, blood?" and fleeing the scene in the victim's whip. That same day, police were called to another scene where shots were fired, and on the call, someone was screaming, "Someone shot me." Once arriving, witnesses told police a maroon SUV fled the scene towards East Colfax Ave at a high rate of speed. The victim, who was suffering from a wound, told officers he went on a walk near his home when suddenly he was approached by 5 men in a parking lot of 1526 North Lafayette Street. The suspects demanded his keys and wallet and began trying to go in his pockets before knocking the victim to the ground, and when he tried to get up, letting off a shot, striking the man before fleeing the scene. Then not long after the previous call, officers responded to a school at 1555 North Stewart Street after a report of a person shot. Allegedly, an 18-year-old man was walking near the school when a vehicle with suspects in it pulled up and started shooting. The student tried to run to the school, but was chased down and hit multiple times, where unfortunately he did not survive. The next day, a burglary and auto theft was reported on South Union Street in Lakewood. By this time, police had the description of the suspects, and on August 18th, 4 of them were arrested and charged with over 15 counts of robbery, burglary, assaults, attempts, and hits. The 5th suspect went on a run, but was eventually caught on August 25th, 2021. The community was outraged for the disregard of life and senseless crimes. The young men all face life if convicted, as 2 more charges and other situations have also been added. More of this story, some people do crime because they feel as though it's no other option. but others do things for the thrill. It doesn't seem like the group were trying to get money, but just hurt people and do things just to have fun. Never be a follower. You would think after the first incident, someone would have said, "We not doing this," but unfortunately, it continued, leaving a young man gone. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. So remember, we gotta succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, it's a crazy story, you feel me? First and foremost, rest in peace to the young man that lost his life. And when I seen the reports, and you know what I mean, I did my research, and somebody actually sent me this story, but I seen, they said 2 vehicles pulled up to the school. So it was 5 of them allegedly. They was in 2 different vehicles, and they was following the young man. He was 18, he was outside the school. I don't know, they ain't have no real beef with him. That's what they saying. They saying it was just like a targeted thing, like they ain't even know him. So when they pulled up, the 2 cars started following him. He tried to run, both cars let off shots, but he tried to run in the building. Somebody got out, excuse me, and chased him down. And you feel me, and unfortunately he lost his life. You know what I mean? But they did a lot in like 4 days, allegedly. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I don't know why they ain't stopped after the first situation. I guess by then they felt like they might as well keep going because somebody was already shot, but he survived, you know. But this was all in a matter of like 4 days. So like 2 people were shot, well 3 people were shot, including a young man that lost his life, you know. And it's crazy because I think this was at like a Jewish school, you know what I mean? So you don't really be expecting stuff like this to happen in certain areas. That's why I said the world is a ghetto, you know what I mean? It ain't really no particular community, it's the people. If people decide to do crime, it could be anywhere. It can be where it's only 10 people at. If they consider that a hood and they start doing crime there and they start doing certain things, it can become a bad environment. So it ain't really about where you at. It's just who you dealing with, the people, the environment. Sometimes certain situations, you know, lack of education, lack of schools, but it seemed like they had some good things going on, you know. I mean, I don't really know the background of these kids, but it don't seem like they was in bad situations, man. But y'all already know, man, it's another episode of Hood Tales, man. Be sure to tap that like button. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Love, fam. I'm out.